this is what I was talking about the other day when I spoke about my victim mindset that I had, and this um, blaming Qadar and God and all that stuff for my problems. So this brother has posted that, in unpopular opinion, I don't think your life has to have a purpose, or you are or you are grand ambition, or you have to have a grand ambition. I think it's okay to just wander through life, finding interesting things until you die. Yes, and that's perfectly fine. If somebody chooses to do that, that's fine. Now, the issue is this. I see that a lot of Muslims end up saying things like this. Like over here, the Prophet said, Abdullah bin Umar said, Allah's Messenger ﷺ took hold of my shoulder and said, "Be in this world as if you were a stranger or a traveler," right? Now, I commented, did you then, the Quran verse, that says, "Do you then think that we had created you without purpose, and that you were not to be returned to us?" Now, that's just one of numerous ayahs like that. Now, uh, now, this brother has understood it correctly. It's just talking about detachment to the dunya, right? So over here, he's explained himself that it's about it's about not having attachment to the world, not living without purpose, and living aimlessly or meaninglessly. That's not the goal, right? But the thing is, many Muslims do understand it like that. Many Muslims have this apathetic, resigned attitude to life, where they just want to float through life, whatever Allah wills, whatever Allah wills, whatever Allah wills, and they don't really exert themselves or exhaust their potential. And then obviously having this attitude, like carefree, careless, resigned attitude, and being very mediocre, and what's the term for it? The person who just wants to get by, just tries getting by, and that's it. That often leads to many problems. Like you have a feeling of discontent, because it's like you'll never have enough money, right? Or you'll have just enough money. Everything's just enough, and that eventually causes a lot of stress, misery, and sorrow. And like I said, it happened to me. And I would use these kind of verses, this kind of hadith. And it's only when I flipped that script, and that's a term that I often speak about to my clients, is flipping the script. It's often when I kind of flip the script, and plus I reflected on the world and have had a look at how even non-Muslims, like, they've got better lives, their countries are better. A lot of things are running better in their communities, whereas we seem to be struggling. And not only is our community struggling, but we tend to try and justify that mediocrity with this kind of incorrect understanding of our religion. And it's only when I switched and I thought, okay, actually, and I came to understand that actually we do have a purpose. Each one of us has a purpose, and our purpose is to serve God with our talents. So whatever gifts and talents that God has bestowed us with, we need to use that to serve Him, because there's other hadiths that say that the best of you is the one who benefits mankind the most. So our purpose is to discover what our talents and skills are, and use them to serve Allah through bringing value, bringing benefit and goodness to His creation, to serve His creation, and we serve Allah. And again, we can go to a lot of detail, and I do have an Islamic background, so I understand a bit more than the average Muslim. And there is two types of worship. There is direct worship and there's indirect worship. Now, that's not to say that we neglect direct worship. Direct worship, salah, the fara'id, the 5 daily prayers and things like that, fasting Ramadan, all that is absolutely essential, and we must do them. But at the same time, we understand from numerous ahadith and Quran ayahs that we're supposed to be in constant worship. So how do you be in constant worship? And again, from the hadith, we understand that constant worship means that we do everything that we do with the correct intention. Our work, whatever we are involved in, we do that with the right intention to serve God, and that becomes worship. And as an entrepreneur myself, I believe that can be brought into that can be manifested more in when you start within entrepreneurship. That can be manifested more in entrepreneurship. You find your passion, you find what you love to do, and you look to see where there's this overlap between your passion and bringing value, doing something good, and solving societal problems. Anyway, this has gone on way longer than I intended to. If you've watched if you've watched this far, then congratulations to you, because it's mainly been audio. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful.